David and Howard, who've been on the show numerous times, have told us about their success in traveling Europe, and it's just amazing. I'm amazed at how American country music is so embraced over there. It's really refreshing.
It really is embraced, and it's becoming more and more popular here in the UK, which is fantastic, more than it's ever been. So that is wonderful. And also, I'd like to thank people like yourself and all the wonderful DJs that have made, them live the dream, the success that it is. And I'm really chuffed with that, because the support is just overwhelming and really lovely. There's more kind people in the world than there is bad. That's what I believe, because we've received such a wonderful response from people like yourself supporting us, and I can't thank you enough. I really do appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you sharing your story and your time with us. We thank you so much for joining us and look forward to having you come back again in the not too far distant future. Ladies and gentlemen, Debbie Nunn, and right now she's got to get away.
Mobile phone keeps ringing, Facebook keeps pinging, a million emails to answer, a PC disaster. I'm always up till 5, need a little sunshine, gotta get away, take a holiday. Take me far away to hide, where there's saucy sand and wine. Gotta get away to find my happy place. Need a little sunshine in my life. Gotta get away, far away from here. Taxi cab is waiting. 7:30, it's check-in. Fasten up my seatbelt. Take it up to the sunbelt. Time to blow this town. Heading for a meltdown. Gotta get away. Take a holiday. Take me far away to hide, where there's saucy sand and wine. Gotta get away to find my happy place. Need a little sunshine in my life. Gotta get away. Please don't get me wrong. I count my lucky stars every day. Don't think that I'm not thankful for the blessings I've been given. Just gotta get away. Time to blow this town. Heading for a meltdown. Gotta get away, take a holiday, take me far away to hide, where there's saucy sand and wine. Gotta get away to find my happy place. Need a little sunshine in my life. Gotta get away. Take it down, take it down. Just gotta get away.
And there we go. That's Debbie Nunn from the UK. Gotta Get Away. That was just released the end of September, and we thank her for sharing with us. Debbie Nunn. I'm the David Bowers. John Bon Jovial is here with us, as is Calle Ameln from Sweden, whose song is I Know My Whiskey.
Getting on the train to someone new, past the place where I met you. Memories from my childhood cross my mind, yeah. Just a little boy, but the biggest dreams. Things ain't always what they seem. Thinking about the things I left behind. I ain't always been alone. If I could turn around time again, 'cause I would've told you. I know my whiskey don't love me. I know my whiskey won't smile. It ain't gonna give me a kiss goodnight and hold me tight. I know my God, it ain't gonna love me like you do. It ain't gonna kick you like us do. I ain't gonna let it knock me down again. Just hear me when I say that I know my whiskey. Pulling up to nowhere station soon. A wind is blowing, I see you. I never thought that you'd be recognizing me. You stroked my hair, I shed a tear. I can't believe we made it here. Open our eyes, now we can see. Why you never been alone? I remember all the things you said. I wanna tell you that I know my whiskey don't love me. I know my whiskey won't smile. It ain't gonna give me a kiss goodnight and hold me tight. I know, but God, it ain't gonna love me like you do. It ain't gonna kick you like us do. Ain't gonna let it knock me down again. Just hear me when I say that I know my whiskey don't love me. I know my whiskey, we got it started. We're gonna rock it until we got it. Ain't gonna give me a kiss goodnight, 'cause it's gonna be alright. Ain't gonna love me like you do. Ain't gonna kick it like us down again. Just hear me when I say that I know my whiskey don't love me.
Gotta respect a man who knows his whiskey. He goes by the name of Calle Ameln, and he's here from Sweden to talk with us. Hello, Calle.
Hey, how are you doing, guys?
Doing great, and so glad you could join us today. A little bit late over there. You're what? You're around, what, 12, 1 o'clock?
Yeah, it's 12:30, but being a night person, I'm so happy for you guys to have me on. Thank you so much, so no problem at all.
And we're so glad to have you on. Great song there, and I really want to talk about the fact that what we call country music is so big over on that side of the globe. But first, I want to, for the benefit of our listeners who might not be familiar with you, I want to go over, first off, your name, which I had to ask to be sure I pronounced somewhat correctly. And for the listeners who want to look you up, it's spelled Calle, and the last name really trick you. A-M is in Michael, E-L-N as in Nancy, pronounced Ameln. It's Calle Ameln, C-A-L-L-E, A-M-E-L-N. Calle, tell us a little bit about your background and how you got into country music.
Well, I mean, I'm a singer-songwriter. I used to play rock and roll and metal kind of when I was a younger teenager. You know, I'm growing into the angry period of life, so to speak. But I've been drifting into more like country rock and pop as I got older. It was kind of a natural, you know, as the band we drifted apart, and I was kind of on my own, but still wanted to make music. It was easier to make something a little bit more acoustic, not so much screeching guitars, and you know, it's tougher to make that kind of music on your own, I guess, and it just, I matured into something that at least is, has some country over it. It's hard to call it just a typical style. I think it's a mixture of a lot of different genres, and I kind of like it that way too.
Well, I can understand that, and we do too. I know it's been my experience that a lot of country music is popular over there. I know some friends of ours, the Bellamy brothers, David and Howard, who are on the show frequently, they tour over there quite a bit, and everywhere from Scandinavia down into Germany and Central Europe. And they constantly telling us what a great reception American country artists have over there, and that really impresses me. I'm kind of curious to what do you attribute, and you kind of touched on it here just in a moment ago, but what do you attribute the strength and popularity of country music on that side of the pond?
It's a good question. I mean, especially in Sweden, where we've had music export has been amazing throughout the years. Like, I mean, I don't know how many professional musicians live here and sing, and especially songwriting out of this country. But I guess, I mean, we've had a lot of like fully produced, like everywhere, like a lot of mainstream pop. And I guess sometimes maybe people are kind of fed up with that and want to hear something more real and more simplistic, if you will. I mean, not saying it's simple, but at least it's the storyline in the country song is often easy to relate to and that sort of thing. And I guess
exactly.
that's a big reason why.
Easy to relate to and easy to understand. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Now, we kind of, Americans can be kind of selfish and self-centered too at times, but we kind of look at what we call country music, which you fit right in with. We kind of look at that as American music. I mean, we kind of claim it as our own. As a matter of fact, a lot of it is being kind of recategorized as Americana. I know this is not traditional Swedish music, but how does that fit into the Swedish music scheme? I'm not too sure. I mean, for me, it's been like the country part of things has come pretty easy. Living in Sweden, the toughest part is probably finding a pedal steel player. But apart from that, it's been, we have, I don't know, for me, it's a genre that I kind of relate to myself. And then we have this big music export machine behind that I personally can take a lot of inspiration from as well. So that's why I get a lot of, I've gotten a lot of comments about the genre itself. I've never been a genre person. I don't care what you call it. I just keep doing my thing, if you will. And then, I just call it, there is some country in there. It's not pure country, which people are going to tell you as well, I presume. So, but yeah, it's a mix of everything, and there's a lot of inspiration to get from here. And I do agree, it's a very American sort of style from the beginning, and I don't think no one's trying to take that away. It's just there's a lot of people have something to say in other places too, I guess.
Calle, it's John. But a question that I have for you, and I'm not even sure if I'm asking you the right question, because in listening to your song just now, I Know My Whiskey, I heard a great deal of original thought and idea in there. But, being as it does, it is country tinged heavily, is it even proper to say to you, who are your influences from American country music? Because country music is an American phenomenon. So who do you take your cue from, if you will, as far as country artists, whether it's old classic or new modern country? Who are you thinking about?
I mean, nowadays I probably listen mostly to stuff like Brantley Gilbert, Jason Aldean, and some Kid Rock, and a lot of... Zach Brown Band I've been listening to a lot lately, and so it's more like, for me, they're kind of crossovers as well. They're kind of more into rock, or at least they have a certain attitude and coolness about them which I think appeals, and that they're probably a big inspiration music-wise for me right now. I've listened to everything, previously, but it's like this moment in time, that's basically where I get a lot of inspiration from, and I think they're again, like